We have the potential for some significant impacts in our area this upcoming weekend, where we'll have some snow, possibly some ice in our area as well. You're looking at a live look right here over our Northside Hospital camera where things are calm. You wouldn't know that we have a chance for some winter weather to come into the area. In fact, we're looking at temperatures warming up a little bit later on this afternoon as well. We'll talk more about that. But we want to dive deeper into the potential impacts of this snow system coming into, or this winter weather coming into our area over the weekend. We have meteorologist Carmen Hernandez with us from the National Weather Service in Peachtree City. Good morning to you, Carmen.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right, let's get right into it here. What are you guys seeing from your end on what is the potentials are for the winter weather for this weekend?
Yeah, so what we're seeing currently now is we're seeing an 80 to 90% chance of seeing winter precip that's going to affect North Georgia, especially areas north of I-20 and eastern Georgia, especially where that cold air damming / wedge kind of pushes in. We're looking at, it's kind of hard to tell between freezing rain, sleet, but we're looking at quite a bit of ice accumulations up to 0.5 inches at a 50 to 60% chance over that area. So really focusing on a potentially major winter storm.
All right, and so when you say ice, right, that's probably the worst of any type of winter precipitation. A sleet scenario, can you give us the difference between a sleet scenario and a freezing rain scenario?
Yeah, so a sleet scenario, we're probably going to see less accumulations of ice, but if we have freezing rain, that has a lot more weight to it, so we're going to see more impacts to power lines, trees down, things like that. So definitely freezing rain, worst case scenario.
Here we are a couple days out now, right? And so we've been looking at different model scenarios that come through, and they've been going back and forth. They come into agreement as far as bringing the precipitation over us, but as you mentioned, the type, the amounts, all that still hangs in the balance, right?
Yes, it does. We should get a better look into it and today and tomorrow as kind of those shorter term models come into play as well.
Anything you'll be looking for in particular?
We're definitely going to look at how that low tracks across, whether it's going to be closer to the Gulf or further south. That's going to determine what type of precip we get.
Talk to me about the potential dangers with this system and what folks should be doing right now to prepare themselves.
Yeah, so the potential dangers with this is the freezing rain setup that we're really honing in on. Is we're going to see the potential for power outages, potentially widespread, as well as the trees falling. And how they can prepare now is really trying to make sure you have that emergency plan in place, as this could be a long duration event through the weekend.
Your timing right now would be what? Are we looking at more Saturday morning, more Saturday afternoon into Sunday? How's that playing out?
We could see as early as Friday afternoon for Northwest Georgia, but our worst conditions are going to be most of Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Does this particular, have you been through any scenario like, how long have you been in Atlanta here?
I've only been here about 3 years, so this is definitely kind of a bigger term event for my career so far.
A lot of people are reminiscing about 1973. That's probably the last time we had a significant icing event. That's been a while ago. Let people know that in a situation like this, really, it's not best to get out and travel or do anything, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not. If you can stay home, stay home. It's not fun to drive on ice. It's not going to be a good time.
Yeah, I definitely want to stay off the roads. And you said your time frame would be Friday, could be as far as the northwestern counties first, and then making its way down into the area. Is there talk to me about the temperatures as well. Temperatures will play a role in the precipitation type, obviously how long it lasts. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so those cold temperatures, like you said, are going to determine that kind of precip type. A 1 degree difference between 31, 33 could change that type. Currently, we're hovering in that 31 to 33 degree range. But another thing we really want to focus on is after that freezing precipitation comes through, those cold temperatures are not likely to get above freezing until Tuesday afternoon at the earliest. So those effects are going to last through Tuesday. We're not going to see any melting, unfortunately. Yeah.
Best case scenario. Let's talk that, right? We've been talking about what the worst could be. What's the best case scenario in this situation?
Best case scenario is that the low does not track as where our area gets the freezing rain, but we're not really looking at that at this point, unfortunately.
So even 3 days out, 4 days out, we're still looking at that area of low pressure bringing us that winter precipitation, folks, so we got to hunker down. Carmen, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate your insight on the system.
Yeah, of course.
All right, take care.